Hello and welcome to Eastern Sky Media. I'm Prashanthi Mokhtan bringing you today's news bulletin in English. Portfolios have now been distributed to the newly inducted parliamentary secretaries of the Nabam Tukki Congress government in Arunachal Pradesh. While Parliamentary Secretary C.T. Men will be in charge of environment and forests, Punji Mara will be handling rural development and Panchayati Raj. Phosum Khimhun has been given charge of geology and mines, trade and commerce, Zomde Kena of transport and state transport services, Techi Kaso of urban development, housing, town planning and additional charges of land management. Bameng Felix will be looking after education with additional charges of IPR and printing. He shall also be the government spokesperson. Rural works development will be looked after by Zambe Tashi. Lika Saya will manage home with additional charges of sports and youth affairs, Markio Tado, food and civil supplies, legal metrology and consumer affairs. Furpa Chiring will be responsible for hydropower, Kumsi Sidiso for PHE and WS, Alu Libang for PWD, Tapuk Taku for tax and excise, Mama Natung for tourism, Muchumiti for horticulture and Tatung Jamo for industries. Between the two women legislators, Karya Bagang will take charge of women and child development, social justice empowerment and tribal affairs with additional charges of fisheries department, while Gum Taing will manage water resources department. In the first high-level talk with China after the Modi government came into power, Union Minister of External Affairs Sushma Swaraj held talks with her Chinese counterpart Wang Yi in New Delhi. However, Wang Yi's visit sparked protests among the Tibetan refugees in the national capital. Sushma Swaraj and Wang Yi, the Chinese foreign minister, are said to have focused on ways to strengthen cooperation in key areas. With emphasis on trade and investment, the two countries are looking forward for improved bilateral ties. Meanwhile, the Chinese officials' visit saw protests being staged in Majnu Ka Tila by Tibetan refugees who reside in the settlement in the national capital. A complete lockdown by the Delhi police followed and the angry protesters were dispersed. As Wang Yi is set to meet Indian President Pranab Mukherjee and Prime Minister Narendra Modi, whether India will take a firm stand on border issues and Chinese incursions into Arunachal Pradesh and Leh and Ladakh is yet to be seen. Another burning issue is if India will indeed bring up the contentious Tibet-China issue. With camera person Deepak, this is Prashanthi reporting from New Delhi for Eastern Sky Media. To commemorate its first year of completion, Itanagar Municipal Council proclaimed a week-long cleanliness drive from Bandardewa to Itanagar. Under the 74th Constitution Amendment, Itanagar Municipal Council was formed in May 2013 with a budget of 5.5 crore rupees, which was a historic event for effective development of urban areas for the state of Arunachal Pradesh. With the completion of 1 year, IMC announced a week-long cleanliness drive as a commemoration celebration. Addressing press fraternity, IMC Chief Higyo Aruni informed that the council is running short of dumper trucks and manpower, which is why they are facing problems in fighting garbage menace in the city. Reviewing the achievements, she apprised that IMC has successfully implemented Urban Poverty Alleviation Scheme, which has benefited many.
This scheme is very good scheme, and we are doing very nicely, and under this scheme, lots of components are there. Like urban women self-help group, then urban self-employment program, urban community network development, urban wage employment program, urban self-training employment program. So this scheme is especially for the those downtrodden people and those additions. So this is very good scheme.
Following the announcement, IMC chief along with the other members held a cleanliness drive where large number of supporters gathered to support this noble purpose. Deputy Chief Councillor Kipa Babu was pleased with the huge turnout.
We have with us Deputy Chief Councillor. He is, as you can see, is very much into the cleanliness drive. Let's have a talk with him. Sir, so how is the response going around and how is the work going around?
No, it's all right. We already complete from the PTC to this CO office. This is the point of CO office. We have completed it. Please check whether we cleaned it or not.
How are you happy with the supporters' turn up?
Yeah, especially our All Arunachal Pradesh Public Transport Federation. They're supporting with us, and all the drivers of automobile, especially taxi, tempo, auto, then trekkers, they're joined with us along with our councillors, ward members, then especially executive member of your Transport Federation unit.
Many people have gathered here to do the cleanliness drive in their own ways, which is a good initiative from their part. With camera person Hitesh Morang, this is Karpu Jisi reporting for Eastern Sky Media, Itanagar.
A total of 31 vehicles have been confiscated for violating traffic rules following a special drive conducted by City Police along with additional District Magistrate of the Capital Complex and District Transport Officer. Over the last 3 months, City Police have imposed fine on 1,331 vehicles amounting to over Rs 2 lakhs for various traffic offences. The District Transport Officer has urged the vehicle owners to get their vehicles registered, fix proper number plates, obey traffic rules and park vehicles in allotted parking zones in order to avoid heavy fines and confiscation of vehicles. Rajghat Cemetery in Karsinga, which reportedly is worth 4 crore rupees, has tragically become a garbage dumping ground. Constructed 5 years ago by the then MLA Kipa Babu, who is now the Deputy Chief Municipal Councillor in Itanagar, Rajghat Cemetery at Karsinga has become an open garbage dumping ground. The cemetery, built for the Hindu population of around 1 lakh in the twin capital city, has now virtually become defunct due to lack of maintenance, garbage being dumped and washing away of the cemetery area due to flooding from the nearby river. While he was an MLA, Kipa Babu had donated the land to the Urban Development Department for the noble cause.
At the moment, I'm already taking over the burial and cremation ground. I think within a short period. So next, before end of this year, I'm going to run this again, this particular burial and cremation ground. So this is the problem in Itanagar. The people are materialistic mentality. They never feel it for the cause of the development. Why I'm saying that more than 2 lakh people are in Itanagar never says these common issues. Individual issues are there only raising during the election.
The crores spent on the construction of Rajghat Cemetery at Karsinga have gone down the drain, as what remains now is only the broken gate. The area is also encroached by the local dwellers. People now go as far as 36 kilometers to Laluk in Assam for performing the last rites.
4 करोड़ की राजघाट शमशान घाट होते हुए भी ईटानगर पे हमारे यहाँ के हिंदू कम्युनिटी को क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम में आती है, आइए उनसे जानते हैं। तो आपको क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम आती है फ्यूनरल को लेके?
जी, बहुत कुछ दिक्कतें हम लोग को सामना करना पड़ रहा है। जैसे कि आप वहाँ पे कुछ हम लोग का जो यहाँ पे काशी साहब में जो हिंदू भाई बंधु के लिए जो स्मशान बनाया गया था, उसको उनका कोई मेंटेनेंस नहीं है और वहाँ पे खास करके कोई चंडाल नहीं है। और जब भी मतलब और आसपास का एनवायरनमेंट इतना गंदा है, वहाँ पे गार्बेज फेंका जाता है। जितना भी ईटानगर का गार्बेज हो जो वो वहाँ पर ही फेंका जाता है।
ये जो खरसिंगसा फ्यूनरल ग्राउंड है पूरे 4 करोड़ का बताया जाता है, पर 4 करोड़ का निवेश किस पे किया गया था आप देख सकते हैं। पीछे गेट बनी हुई है जो कि अभी जिसकी हालत ख़राब है। सामने में कचरा फेंका गया है यूडी डिपार्टमेंट की तरफ से। रास्ते वगैरह पूरे टूट गए हैं एंड नीचे जो फ्यूनरल एरिया है जहाँ पे लास्ट राइट किया जाता है वो भी पानी के बहाव में पूरा नदी ले गया उसको। तो ये किसकी केयरलेसनेस और किसको इसके लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल ठहरा जाए? तो ऑल इन ऑल हम यही कह सकते हैं कि टाउन प्लानिंग की जो कमी है यहाँ पे ये बहुत खलती है ईटानगर को, और इसके लिए कुछ पुख्ता स्टेप गवर्नमेंट को, म्यूनिसिपल काउंसिल हो या यूटी डिपार्टमेंट को उठाना पड़ेगा ताकि यहाँ के जो लोग हैं इतने बड़े फ्यूनरल प्रॉब्लम को लेकर ये समस्या दोबारा न आए। With camera person Hitesh Morang, मैं Karpu Jisi reporting for Eastern Sky Media, Itanagar.
In an effort to check on law and order situation in the northeast, Union Minister of State for Home Affairs Kiran Rijiju has appealed Northeast militants to join mainstream. Meanwhile, United People's Liberation Army, a newly formed militant outfit, has claimed responsibility for the killing of Hamrem SP Nityananda Goswami and his PSO. Home Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju was in Assam to review law and order situation in a closed-door meeting with Chief Minister Tarun Gogoi following the killing of Hamrem SP Nityananda Goswami and his PSO during an encounter with the United People's Liberation Army. Rijiju urged militants to join mainstream and added that they are doing a great disservice to the people. Minister of State for Home Affairs has also appealed to the emotion of the people by citing the example of his own appointment to the cabinet as an important indication of the government's faith in the people of Northeast. First woman Everester from Northeast, Tine Mena, is all set to lead the Arunachali team in the Mount Mentosa expedition. First woman Everester from Northeast, Tine Meena, will be leading a 3-member expedition team from Arunachal Pradesh in Indian Mountain Foundation All-Women Expedition at Mount Mentosa in Himachal Pradesh from 28th June to 28th July. Meena will be joined by Apali Lombo from Dibang Valley District and Muri Lingi from Lower Dibang Valley. The expedition was organized by the Indian Mountain Foundation for 12 women participants from 8 states including Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim. Even as the sudden demise of late BJP leader Gopinath Munde is yet to sink in, BJP MLC Pandurang Fundkar has revealed that Munde wanted to quit the party. BJP MLC Pandurang Fundkar has claimed that Munde faced struggle within the party circle and faced humiliation many times, but Munde dedicated his life to the Bharatiya Janata Party. He also alleged that the Congress party had offered Munde 2 ministerial posts at the centre and the state. Fundkar has now endorsed for a high-level CBI probe into the matter, citing confusion among people following the circumstances that led to his death. She is all of 22 and has started establishing her brand Diming. Rubu Diming is a young and enterprising fashion designer who is set to make Arunachalis proud in the world of fashion. Days are hectic for the young designer who is busy creating garments and issuing directions to her workers. Rubu's designs are now available on Shop Soriso, a niche online boutique. Eastern Sky Media spoke to her exclusively. We have with us the young designer herself. So Diming, can you please tell us what your brand is all about?
Well, my brand is about like clean, cut and classy clothes.
What are your achievements till date? Because it's a new brand and, what's your focus currently then?
Right now my focus is to sell my clothes. Yeah, that's my main focus. But then again, I get this a lot, especially from other designers, like my senior designers who are much more experienced than me, who've been working for 2-3 years. They always tell me try to listen to the crowd, go with the flow, go with the crowd. If the crowd doesn't like it, don't even make it. Just because you like something, I don't know, whatever, doesn't mean you have to design it or you have to make it, because that'll just be a waste of time and money. You're not going to gain anything out of it. But I don't know. Personally, as a designer, I think you shouldn't lose touch of who you are as a designer and what your personal taste is, Yeah, no matter what the crowd asks for, you have to deliver it, yes, of course, but you shouldn't lose touch of your style.
There are a lot of young aspirants even back home in Arunachal, right? So, what would you suggest them to do in order for them to pursue such a course?
I would say suppose let's take for example fashion designing. If you want to do it, yes, go for it. But then I think you should give your 110%.
Tell us the real scenario of how difficult it is, especially, by sharing some of your personal struggles maybe.
You have to be creative all the time. I mean, you can't stick to one thing. You have to be open to ideas. I think that's what, because I am personally a very stubborn person, and sometimes I get so caught in my own ideas that I don't really try to open up to new ideas. And then I get so stuck that I'm okay, I go nowhere. you know. So I think you should always be open to ideas, new ideas, and you should try things. I mean, like, if you have an idea, yes, deliver it, and like, you know, I don't know, just keep doing what you have to do, I guess. I mean, yeah, just don't.
Okay, but maybe in terms of technicalities of the course, if you could share some of what is involved in becoming a fashion designer.
Okay, the technicality, well, I don't know, just work hard.
Okay, so working hard is the ultimate mantra, you'd say, to doing it for any profession per se, right?
You've got to work hard. I mean, like, yeah, no matter what it is, you have to work hard. If you just, I don't know, you can't take it lightly. Yeah, people like, it looks all glamour and gets glitz from outside. It's not really all, that. Like, there's a lot of hard work involved. There's a lot of physical work involved. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Never give up, that's all. Yeah.
All right, so maybe you could share a couple of your like garments from your spring and summer collection of 2014, so that our viewers also know the kind of designs you make, right?
Yeah, okay. These are my spring summer collection, and for the spring summer collection, I've used a lot of subtle colors and clean cut. Okay, very clean cut, minimalistic looks, like, and I've used a lot of pleats. For example, like, I don't know, like, for example, these skirts. They're like, it's attached with a trouser. It's a trouser, comes skirt. It's got pleats, and it's got actually a very like, the clean look, subtle, and basically very earthy colors.
So you were talking about you get a lot of orders from abroad as well, right? So what's the most demanded item per se?
Right now, I think it's my skirts. Yeah, like, for example, these. Sorry. Like these skirts, and these skirts, and yeah, even like these skirts, they are in demand, and even my shirts, like, and even these. It's a skirt come. Yeah, no. It's a very basic pleated skirt with a top. It's like a suit thing. Even these are like really in demand right now, and even this basic shirts, like, yeah, these shirts. Yeah, they're really in demand right now. The funny thing is, I don't really get a lot of orders from my own country, India.
Okay.
Yeah, I think, I don't know what, maybe I'm not colorful enough or dingy enough. I don't really know, but yeah.
Maybe, but I think once people start knowing more about your collection, especially because you mentioned that it's even available in some online store, right?
Oh,
no?
yes. It's called shopsoriso.com. So sorry. Yeah, so you can. I mean, like, they just started. It's a very new online store. Okay. But actually, they're doing really good, and I think people can check out because there are pretty good number of designers, and like, there are a lot of new designers actually.
Okay, so even your collection will be coming up soon on Shop Soriso.
Yep.
All right. So any future plans that you might want to share with our viewers?
Future plans. I just want to be really successful. I don't know. I've got a lot of plans, but that's all.
So you've heard it from the young designer herself, that hard work is what it ultimately takes in any kind of profession. This is Prashanti with camera person Deepak reporting for Eastern Sky Media. This is all from Eastern Sky Media for today. This is Prashanti signing off.